Neurodivers. Welcome back to your Neurodive Corner. My name is Sheila and I'm your host. And today, let me start out by sending a shout out to all of the subscribers. Thank you so much for staying in this beautiful little community that we are building. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for those that donated to the GoFundMe campaign. It is still going on, the GoFundMe campaign to help my nephew get his therapy. So if you're interested, that is in the description of the video. Today we are going to talk about me. Um, First, I want to thank the new subscribers. Let me start with that as well, because we have a really nice community. We are a little over 300 people, and honestly, I enjoy it. It's growing day by day, little by little, video by video. So keep engaging, especially with the shorts. Um, I had told you guys, because I've been trying to post advocating for healthcare and that type of topic, the channel is getting shadow banned. So please, if you can go back to the old lives or the shorts and watch them, make a comment, share them, all the good things. You guys know how that works. You guys know how the algorithm works and how it pushes stuff out. So yeah, please, 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 go back, engage with the channel, engage with the shorts, leave a comment. That's the easiest way to get the channel out of being shadow banned and being uh, undercut. And I know probably a lot of you are saying, well, it's such a small channel. Do you know? But honestly, I had already looked and spoken to other creatives, and they confirmed that yeah, that the pattern that I'm seeing is definitely the channel getting either censored or shadow banned. So please, please, please engage, comment as much as you can. Go watch the shorts, please, 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 because otherwise I am never gonna get out of YouTube purgatory. So make sure that you engage with the channel. Today I'm coming to you guys because I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie, I'm struggling. Uh, I am a highly sensitive person. I am an empath. I am one of those clairs. Uh, I forget. I always mess it up. But I am one of those empaths that not only attracts or takes on people's energy, but I am one of those people that can literally experience it and sense it and feel it. So it is very difficult when you are a highly sensitive person. Let me take it back to the chat and say my hellos. So I have Yurias Landaverde. I think that's hi. Hello. Thank you for coming. Um, Charlie Dutcher, 1995. Thank you so much for coming. You guys are my top number one and top number two. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Me too. You're sick. I am so sorry. Again, this is gonna be a rant. This is not even gonna be a typical live. Yes, I will share some information about highly sensitive persons, but like I said, I'm struggling. Um, I'm having a hard time. I'm having panic attacks again. Um, my anxiety has been really out of control. I'm not getting much sleep. Um, I get like 2 hours and wake up, and then it's one of those like hour by hour plays. And I spoken to my doctor. We're working on it, but it's a lot. And I've been experiencing this this threat, this existential threat, and this panic. And when you're a highly sensitive person, you take on everybody else's energies and feelings and just whatever they're carrying. So a lot of the times, it's not even your own triggers, it is somebody else's energy that you are carrying, and you haven't been able to process and digest and sit with it. And I feel like right now, there is so much heaviness and darkness and anger. And even in my personal life, there is this heaviness in my home right now that is just breaking my heart, because the worst thing is to see your loved ones sort of like vanishing away in a sense, or losing themselves in a sense, or kind of like destroying each other instead of lifting each other, and being able to coexist and just allow each other to live and be and exist and take space and have their voice. And it is very heavy. It is very heavy, especially because highly sensitive people, we see things and sense things ahead of times, a lot of the times. Empath, people that are highly empathetic, people that are empaths like me, a lot of the times we see patterns and we see the outcome way before somebody else. So we are constantly living with these pins and needles, because we are catching on things that are happening, and we are just carrying the water for everybody. Like everybody that comes to us, we're like, okay, I'll take your pain, don't worry, I have an answer for that, give it to me. And I know that I know I'm wrong, I know it's unhealthy, I know I need to seek help, I know there's therapy for it, but it's just not easy. Sometimes it becomes paralyzing. And when you are seeing so much that surrounds you that is not going well, then it just multiplies, because it makes you feel like, is it ever going to end? And when you're a highly sensitive individual, it is very difficult when there's so much chaos surrounding you. And I am just looking and looking at how people are acting, things that are happening. We have a crazy lawyer heading the Department of Health and Human Services at a time where healthcare has become a luxury, and people are actually declaring bankruptcy because they can't manage their chronic conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol or epilepsy. It breaks my heart, for example, that I have to open a GoFundMe account so my nephew can receive the medical help that he so direly needs. We live in an uber rich country. There should be universal health care, full stop. There shouldn't be an excuse for that. But there is just so much division and evil. And when you're an empath, you just feel it deep in your bones. It's so painful. When you're seeing war, when you're seeing hate just for the sake of hate. Somebody told me something very simple today. If you want to know who the bad guys are in a situation, look at who's wearing the masks. Who's covering their faces? We have measles outbreak in a country where that should have been eradicated. So now we have babies getting sick and passing away from encephalitis. We have people in concentration camps, and I understand that we have to have borders, but we have been deporting people for ages without the need to be cruel. And when you're an empath and you see those horrors, you feel it deep inside. It is so much pain. And why do we have to be so cruel? We are detaining babies. They just had a 2-month old that got bronchitis in one of these concentration camps. We just had a lady that gave birth and they sent her back to the concentration camp with a newborn. And there's measles and RSV in the concentration camp that she is. And an empath like me can't see these things and not help feeling angry and despair and feel lost, and your nervous system just gets dysregulated because it's just so much. It is so much. There shouldn't be so much cruelty and hate. These are political protocols. These are paper pushing type of things. There's no need to destroy people, to unalive people. Same thing with the unhoused. Why do we have to be so hateful? But then again, as an empath, it's like nobody is willing to stand for anything anymore. There's no integrity, no empathy, no sympathy. It is so difficult for those of us that have a diagnosis of highly sensitive, because we literally have no control and we are constantly under attack in our nervous system. And it's crazy because one of my authors that I follow said it so well, because they were interviewing him and they were talking about the Holocaust that is being carried on in Gaza, the genocide in Africa, all of the unalivings here in the United States. And they were like, where do you think they draw the line? And Ta-Nehisi Coates had the perfect response. Our government has extended a blank check to Israel to conduct this genocide. Our government did not draw the line at genocide. Should I wait for them to draw the line at democracy, at civil rights, at freedom, at human rights like affordable health care, universal health care, affordable housing, free childcare, free school, free lunches and food for our children? But I just feel like it's pointless anymore. I just keep getting sicker, more and more stress, less effective at actually helping and advocating. It makes me lose myself, my sense of hope, identity, purpose. All of that just feels under attack right now. And it's hard. And it's hard. And it's not easy to be an empath. But yeah, that's what I'm going through. Also, I wanted to announce to you guys that I'm going to be conducting a raffle for 2 tickets to see Chris Stapleton in Charlotte in June here in North Carolina. So keep an eye out for that raffle. Proceeds from the raffle obviously will go to pay for the therapy for my nephew. For those of you that don't know, I have a nephew who is autistic. He is level 3, which is pretty severe. And because this country does not offer and recognize healthcare as a human right, we had to open a GoFundMe account. We have had an amazing response. I can't even think how to thank all of the people that have donated so far. This little boy is my heart. So I all I can say is thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And please, if you can share it and continue to donate and help us out, that would be greatly appreciated. That would help me a little bit. That would help my nervous system regulate a little bit. But anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about what it is to live as a highly sensitive person, as an empath, what the struggles can be, but the fact that it's also a superpower and it allows me to experience everybody as a human being. So anyway, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, lift each other up, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye-bye.